Hi, welcome back. This is the proper choice for senior homeowners. Yes, American Realty Seniors Division. I am Hilary Walker. Hello again to my audience, my clients, my friends, people who have connected with me, and of course, a few of you who are new to the channel. Welcome. I am a realtor, an author of real estate books, and an instructor of real estate classes. I'm a seniors real estate specialist. And what does that mean? Well, it simply means that I work primarily with older adults. And in this real estate business, for me, it's very much about the people. Okay, I wanted to share with you one of my vendors in the market, introducing you to Kevin Crosby. Say hi, Kevin.
Hello, how are you doing, Hilary?
I'm doing well, thank you. Thank you for joining me. And wanted to tell you or introduce you to him for a number of reasons, but mainly because he's one of the people I use often when I help my clients buy and sell houses. So for us, it's about a business relationship that helps our clients, but for you it's more detailed, especially if you're buying a home. But on this call we're going to cover and get some valuable information which will let you use that information for yourselves or for people you know who have a home and need to keep up some kind of maintenance. So we'll touch on a couple of tips a little bit later, but for right now, welcome Kevin.
Thank you.
Would like to ask you about your business. American Family Home Inspection is your business. How long have you been involved?
Well, I started this business back in 2010. Been doing it every year. The business has been growing and helping people with inspecting homes.
Wow, so 10 years in the business already. I bet things have changed, huh?
Yes, they have. And there's a lot of good changes.
Oh, good. Okay, that's good to hear.
Yeah, a lot of good
um,
changes. We get
we
better all the time every year of making the home safer, and that's very important.
That's really good to hear. So you're a Georgia inspector. I have to say that because I might have listeners who are outside of the area. Primarily, where do you work across Georgia?
Pretty much all of the metro Atlanta area. I mean, as far as up Gainesville down to Marietta, McDonough. So I cover a large area.
Okay, that's good to know, actually. Thank you. Um, so what is a home inspector? What do you really do out there?
Yes, well, what we do is we go into the home and we typically spend a good 2.5 to 3 hours in the home going through the exterior of the property, the roof, interior, crawl space, attic, pretty much go through everything to make sure everything is in good condition, making sure that if there's any issues that we want to make note of that so the buyer could make a good decision on what they're purchasing. So we pretty much check anything from plumbing, electrical, um, just go through everything through the house.
Hmm. And so for the most part, you represent a buyer of a house.
Correct. Yes. Most of my clients are buyers.
Okay. Occasionally, we have the opportunity where you might represent a seller. Yes or no?
Yes, and that's true. And more these days, sellers are actually contacting me because they would like to get firsthand of what's going on with the property. And when they do that, they can go ahead and take my information, make the upgrades. So when they put their house on the market, uh, the buyers, would everything would look good for the buyers. You probably won't find too many things because the seller have already taken care of it, which
Right.
would give them a little bit more value.
Right. And that's always a good idea if a seller's being proactive about selling their house. You'll see it a lot, actually. You'll drive down the street and you'll see people are starting to clear the garages, clear the gutters, and you think, I wonder if that house is coming on the market, right? Because they may
So
have been
true.
proactive, like you're saying, is they will do those things so that when it comes to selling the house, they've done as much as they can do prior to getting that offer on the table. And it's certainly a good idea, and I've recommended it to certain clients too, simply because it gives them more leverage. If they already know what's wrong with the house, whether they repair it or not, when it comes up during a contract negotiation, they know what they can do. They may already know the cost for it because they've done the research.
That's so true. So
Yeah.
true.
Yeah. So I'm glad you're getting seller business as well. For you and I, we've mostly worked with my buyers who are the ones who absolutely need your service for the most part. Um, how did we meet? I truly actually
Wow,
don't
it's
remember
been,
that.
yeah, I don't remember how long ago it was, but I know it's through one of your clients named Kanisha. She actually found me on Google.
Hmm.
That's how we met. I ended up coming to the property doing the inspection, and we met, and we've had a relationship ever since.
Yeah. I remember her well. I'm still in touch with her every now and again, actually. So what's unusual about it is that usually I recommend a couple of inspectors to my buyers, and they choose one. So now that you just said that, I'm going, oh, really? Okay. I didn't recommend you, but it was a great recommendation from her part because we have stayed in touch, and that is, I believe, that was almost 5 years ago, if not
Yes,
six,
correct,
almost 6 years ago. Yeah, so
correct, correct.
yeah, and that's one of the things about our business is that when we meet people who do good work, we stay connected.
I appreciate that.
Yes, exactly. And you've been superior. So let me tell the audience one of the things about having a good home inspector, and there are a lot of good home inspectors out there. One of the things as a buyer client that we always need is for the inspector to be able to explain what their findings are as well as possible. That doesn't make the client feel nervous, but gives them enough information to be able to move forward in their negotiations. In case they need repairs that the seller should pay for, the buyer is clearly informed about what it is that might be an issue in the home. And I believe you do that very well.
Thank you very much. Yeah, and I see that as being very important. With my home inspection report, it comes with information, details, pictures, but it's nothing more better than have the buyer actually there at the end of the inspection to actually see for themselves what we're talking about. So once they do get the report, they understand exactly what is going on and what needs to be done.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
recommend, walk through at the end of the inspection.
Yeah, yeah, always valuable. I always go to the buyer inspection where possible, so that I can hear what you're telling them just as much as they hear it, because it's like a backup, it's like a second ear, right?
That's right.
Yeah, to
Definitely.
hear.
You're correct on that.
Yeah. So we've enjoyed working together all these years for the clients that we've partnered on, I'll call it that. Um, so tell me a little bit more. Right now, there's something that what I wanted to be able to share with the audience really is when you do own a home, there are a lot of things that you have to take care of, and that's aside from paying for a mortgage or paying for insurance or, all of the logistical stuff. But taking care of a home isn't just it's bricks and mortar, leave it and let it carry on. There's a few simple things that should be done on a regular basis to make sure the maintenance of the home is kept up. I'd like you to touch on maybe two things, maybe three if you haven't, but two things that you think are absolutely necessary things to do around the home.
Okay, well, let's start with the exterior. One of the things that I always inform my clients is gutters. Gutters need to be cleaned after every fall, right after the winter time. So when it rains, the gutters will be able to flush the water away from the property as much as possible. So gutters and downspouts definitely need to be cluttered free, so water could move away from the foundation. That's very important. You want to do that every year.
Mm-hmm.
As far as inside the property, some of the things that I always suggest is smoke detectors. I like to see smoke detectors in every room. And a good habit is to actually change out the battery every year. And I like to choose the year of the first of the year.
Mm.
You know, it's time to go ahead and change out that battery so you won't have anything dying on you and you'll get that this battery changed. So smoke detectors are very important. Get the batteries changed out once a year. Um, Carbon monoxide detectors, very important to have those. You want to get those batteries changed out once a year as well. And, those are very key things
Yeah.
a lot of people miss.
Okay. And I think yeah, we missed it because I'm thinking in my house, as you said it, I was thinking, when was the last time we changed the batteries? And we have the carbon dioxide machine. That one flashes at us, so I think it will tell us. And it's at a
Yes,
level where it's not up on the ceiling or too high up in the house, so we can see it and reach it. But
right.
the smoke detectors, they're way up on the wall. If they're flashing, the only time I'm going to take notice is when they make noise, right? Which is most households, I imagine.
Yes, believe me, everybody
So,
knows that noise.
yes, and how annoying that is. And it always starts at 3 a.m. in the morning.
So true, so true.
So changing those batteries out. So basically the two main things you would say, exterior is making sure the gutters are clean, which means that the water flow around the property will stay flowing away from the property.
That's so true. Correct.
Okay. And then the second thing inside of the home is being aware of your safety. So the smoke detectors and the carbon dioxide monitors, to make sure they are monitored or maintained every year. So change the battery even if it's not beeping and making that noise at you.
That's right.
Wow.
That's
Okay.
correct.
So you can use those batteries in your remote control for the TV after that, so that you don't feel like you're throwing away a battery that hasn't been fully used. I can see it
Yes,
now.
correct.
I can
Correct.
see it now. People will be saying, but the battery's not dead yet. Yeah, so put it in
Right.
something else.
Yeah.
That's not so important.
Exactly. Exactly.
Awesome. Um, is there anything else that you feel that's really important for clients to understand about your work, what you do, or what they need to know about their house? Just you've shared two great tips, but I was just thinking maybe there's something else that might be key to you to share.
Yes. Well, basements. Another thing that a lot of clients have concerns with basement with cracks or maybe water issues.
Mm,
Um, a lot of times when you find cracks in the basement, it depends on the size. A lot of times they're hairline cracks, and any cracks just need to be sealed. Um, nothing that's alarming. As far as water issues, we could take care of a lot of water penetration into the basement just by making sure your gutters are clean, making
mhm,
sure your downspouts have extensions that is extending out, 3 to 5 feet away from the foundation, and just making sure that the landscape around your foundation is actually having the water to run away from the foundation and not towards the foundation.
wow. Yeah. That's a good one, actually. Basements. We do have some of those here in Georgia, and they are sometimes problematic. So that's a really good one. Kevin, thank
Yes,
you. This is really good information.
thank you.
Yeah, I think we need to have you back to talk about some more things, but that might be like doing a whole inspection on the house, so maybe not, right? Because it's a task that you go out there and you get around the house. Now, actually, this is a good thing. So when you do an inspection, you're going from roof to the basement or to the base, basically.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we go through the basement, every part of that crawl space. We go. It's important to get in the crawl space and
Mhm.
everything is taken care of there, making sure that you have your moisture barriers and things like that in your base and crawl space, and the roof. You want to take a look at the roof, make sure the shingles, see what kind of condition they're in. So
Right. Right.
important.
Wonderful. That's good. Well, look, I want to summarize again that Kevin Crosby of American Family Home Inspection, his three tips, in fact, I'm going to add here. So the summary of the three tips that you should be aware of when you're a homeowner is to make sure your gutters are cleaned and cleared so that water flows away from your property. Inside of the home, make sure that your smoke detectors and carbon dioxide detectors are up to date. Every year, change the battery. And you can use the battery elsewhere, but make sure your safety comes first. And then
That's
finally,
right.
you talked about basements. I think that was a really good point to mention basements as well as something to have concern with, because if water's coming in there, it damages the structure of the house. Um, is that a good summary, Kevin?
Yes, definitely.
Awesome.
Sounds good.
Awesome. I have put your information back on the screen. Any of my listeners and audience, you can go ahead and call Kevin directly if you have any questions about getting a home inspection done, or maybe partial inspections. What if they have some concerns about, I don't know, something in particular, maybe the basement? They could call you for advice, but would you really come and inspect something like that?
I've had some calls where, you know, they would ask just come out to inspect certain things. And yeah, I do that as well.
Hmm.
I had investors to call me and they only want a certain, certain things inspected. So call them a full inspection just because they just want probably the main things inspected, like
Yeah.
roof, furnace, air conditioning, things like that.
Okay.
We're
I
always
never knew
clear
that.
up front.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're clear up front on what type of inspection is going to be.
Got it. Okay. Okay.
Yes.
But for our buying clients who are buying a home, who you are planning to live in the home, we always recommend a full home inspection. That
That's
is,
correct.
yeah.
That is so true.
Good. Well, Kevin, again, thank you so much. I hope if we get some responses about what we've spoken about here, I'll pass them on to you. If anybody makes any comments or asks any questions, I will certainly pass them on to you because I think you've been super helpful for my clients, my team members in getting information as and when we need it, as well as being able to inspect houses as and when we call you. So thank you again for just being available and doing a really good job on everything we've asked of you.
Thank you as well, Hilary. It's always good seeing you and speaking with you.
Yes, you too. So we'll probably see each other out in the field again very soon. Until
Yes.
then, take care of yourselves.
Visit HilaryWalker.Realtor. This specialist realtor provides essential services and knowledge for you or your parents who are baby boomers, aged 50 or more, or are seniors. Hilary is licensed in Georgia, but able to find you a great realtor in your area as well. Again, that website, HilaryWalker.Realtor. HilaryWalker.Realtor. Real estate is more than property. It's about people, and Hilary works to assist people in achieving their dreams and goals one house at a time. You can call her today at 678-609-8019 or visit her website for more information, HilaryWalker.Realtor. Hilary prides herself on providing a platinum customer service experience, so choose Hilary to provide the real estate solutions you need. Call now for a no-obligation consultation. If you're looking to relocate, or you're buying your first home, or you're selling your home to build a new home, Hilary Walker is dedicated to protect and serve your real estate interests. Real people, real results, real estate. One more time, that website, HilaryWalker.Realtor. Visit the website and contact her today.